Hi, my name is Ella, and today I'll be going over case study number 12. Uh, Case study number 12 is about a video called The Voice of the Child of Divorce. It represents a young child, specifically a young boy, experiencing a parental separation. And today I'll be going over the core elements of the video, including what the video depicts right, what it assumes or is incorrect about, and then how we can apply what we learned in our materials this week to better support a child in this situation. So to begin, we can begin with the impact of divorce, and if we look at our chapter 12 notes, we can see that there are tons of factors, both short-term and long-term effects of divorce, especially to children, and all of these have multiple emotions and complex feelings that can affect them, especially with their relationships with other people and their relationship with their parents, and most importantly, the relationship that they have within themselves. And so we can begin by how the video accurately depicts the child and how they feel off and how they feel the tension and the different moods between the parents, specifically the negative ones, and how the parents tend to involve him in their relationship, specifically their arguments, which is very strong in the social interactions. If we move to our lecture notes, we can look down how it even changes the family structure and how it has all these conflicts and consequences that lead to behavior changes and development changes within the child. So based on our lecture and our textbook notes, it is said that it's best to accurately explain how the child is feeling and what's going on, and then most importantly to not involve them in the conflicts between the adults in the situation and keep them entirely separate, and while explaining to them why it's happening in a non-demeaning to each other way, and then also supporting the child the best the way they can throughout this change, including being focused on how they can feel, and then how even with the best following routines. So if we follow the short-term consequences of our lecture notes, we can see that it leads to minimal parenting. So a structured routine, including warmth and a healthy connection between you and your ex-partner, and then still having a structured way of parenting that is equal amongst both households that they change into can strongly support the child's best development. So what what they could have done better is that the video highlights primarily how the child is feeling, specifically with their parents' actions, but it doesn't highlight the change to the whole family dynamic as a whole, and how and it doesn't give any influx into how the parenting style is or was before. So it's hard to base what could be done to improve the way that they have a relationship based just on what the kid is feeling, because growing up there are always a bunch of feelings, and especially with kids around the child's age that's in the video.